Generic greetings and welcome to Slay the Spire. Today's beverage is also half food because that is a lovely tomato cup of soup. So Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck building card game, one of which I've played over 40 odd hours on, although in spite of my not inconsiderable amount of time on the game, I've only ever featured it once on the channel. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, it's unlike most of the games that we tend to feature around here, although that's normally not a reason for not showing something, and I'm not entirely sure how watchable it is, if that makes sense. Now admittedly I have been watching a lot of videos myself as of late to get different strategies down and see what people are playing and see the different runs, so either way, your mileage may vary on that one, but I think mainly it's great for seeing just how much you've messed something up. You can guarantee there will be timestamps showing, oh yes, you should have done this here instead of that, and on the second watch through it's amazing to see just how many mistakes I've made throughout the run. Either way, in spite of all of that, I'm going to play some of it and obviously bring you along for the ride. I do find it quite moorish and actually quite relaxing, because even though you might get sledged halfway through the first level or whatever, it never really feels unfair, and because of that I do tend to jump back on it, and as I said, you can sort of play it at your own pace, pick it up, put it down when you want, etc. So quite a relaxing one, and hopefully it will be for you too. Let's go to play and I'll show you a bit of the game. This is not going to be a tutorial or a preview or even a great detailed explanation or commentary, although obviously we'll try and do the bare minimum on that one, but let's just play the game, and sometimes that's enough. So we've got different characters: the Ironclad, the Silent, the Defect, and the Watcher. Now I've unlocked all of the cards for Ironclad and the Defect, which is one of my favourites. I think we're going to go with the Silent because I still have some unlocks to do, so even if we fail, we still make some progress. So we talk to this thing, hello again, and we can see either we have extra HP, which we currently have 70 maximum, or enemies in the next 3 rooms have 1 HP. We're going to go with extra maximum HP because why not? Our relic is the Ring of the Snake, which means at the start of each combat draw 2 additional cards. So where do we want to start? Well, I want to try and upgrade as many cards as possible, which means going into the rest areas. So 1, 2, 3 rest areas. What if we go this way? We would go 1, 2, 3, 4 rest areas that way. This one we could go 1, 2, 3. So instead then we're going to go here and then up to the left, which means we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the rough idea. We are missing out some of the elite enemies, which isn't a big problem, but hopefully we can upgrade our cards. So we've got this thing here, a cultist, and it's going to do a buff. So I'm just going to go straight attack, 1, 2, and I've only got one more action point remaining. It's called energy here, but whatever, we'll just use that and then end the turn there. So it's going to buff itself off with probably some ritual. At the end of the turn, gain 3 strength, which means it does more damage. We're going to use neutralize, which causes 0, but it also reduces their it's 0 to cast and weakens them, so they're going to hit for less. 1 defense to gain 5 block to block that, and I'm just going to keep on hitting it. So there we go. As I said, I don't want to be explaining every little card I play because it can get quite tedious and obviously lasts quite a long time. Let me place that one, and I'm going to take some damage here, but I'm not particularly bothered. I'd rather just get them killed and move on. Obviously losing health, it is a resource. If you look at it that way, it's probably best, and that's a problem because I can do okay, so I can't actually get to a point where I can kill it, but I'll get to a point where it's on 1 health and it'll attack me for 1, so I've lost a total of 5 health so far, and then I'm just going to use strike. I don't care what the rest of the cards are because it is dead, and then we will collect some gold and add a card to our deck. Slice, which is 0 to 5 damage. Reflex, if a card is discarded from your hand, draw a card. And Poison Stab, one of my favourites, but let's go with 0 because I like the 0 cards. Allows you to just, play as many as you want unless you've got certain relics that disallow that. So it's going to attack for 11. Immediately I'm going to go with make it weak so it attacks for less. Use Survivor, which gets rid of a card, which is going to be that one. So I've got 8, so I'm just going to basically attack, and there's no reason not to because it's going to attack us back for 8, and there we go, no damage taken. That is a block. It's going to do a defensive buff, so I'm just going to attack it for 1, 2, 3. No reason not to. It's on 6 health. It's probably going to get it's bellowing, so increase its strength and get 6 armor. If I get 2 strikes, it's dead this turn, and there we go, 1, 2, job done. Easy enough, and we will pick Sucker Punch, deal 7 damage and apply weak. Cloak and Dagger gain 6 block and add a shiv to your hand, which is extra damage, and Flying Knee. So this is, I think, a Sucker Punch to apply the weak. So we're going to go over to the left-hand side here. We've got a couple of louses? Louse. Anyway, we'll go for Neutralize on that one, which will weaken it, and it's going to curl up, but only do 3 damage. We'll go for a Survivor and get rid of a block, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, but we'll do weak on that one there, which means we're going to take less, and then basically we'll just keep belting it, and there we go. So we're not going to take any damage on this one, and that's what we're trying to do, you know, keep our health loss at a bare minimum, although there is a case like here where, for example, I can do 6 damage to that one and then 5 to that one and then just kill it, and you know, sometimes it's best just to get rid. And then we've got a Fire Potion which causes 20 damage on throw, and choose a card. Acrobatics, draw 3 cards and discard 1. All enemies lose 6 strength this turn, that's good. And then Poison. I'm going to go with the Poison and then over to the question mark. So we have a straight up fight, and that's something I don't like. So the louse is attacking, although if we go for a Sucker Punch, it will reduce that. I will apply weak to that one there, although should have really put it on that one now that I think of it. Can I kill this one this turn? I think if I do a poison and then attack it, it will not be dead this turn, but it will be dead next turn. So there is the poison damage, which happens at the end of my turn, but before they attack and do anything else. So this one is dead this turn, so I'm not worried about that. We can ignore that one. This is attacking for 6, so I'm going to block for 5 and then just do all the damage I can onto this cultist. So there's the poison on the louse. Louse is dead. Cultist attacks for 1 damage, not a problem. So we've only lost 9 damage so far. It's going to attack for 9. I'm going to probably block for the 8. I'll take the single damage and then get rid of those, and then, oh, there we go, got a spare energy to block that as well. Okay, so 12 damage. Can we kill it this turn? We can apply, well, we'll apply a weak for a start off, and then another weak. Even if you stack it, it's turns, so weakened is 25% less damage for X number of turns. I'm going to go with double block because I don't really want to, take any more damage than I really need to, especially since when we're going to these rest sites, I'm not actually going to rest. My objective is to buff our cards, so make them better. I don't really want to rest if possible, but we'll see what we get there. So we got a nice apply weak potion there. There's another slice. I'll take that one, and then we're going to go over to the left to try and gain. Ooh, okay. So we got this 16 damage. That's a problem. We'll apply weak straight away, and I think we're going to go with a slice. And if I can get it to half health, it's a split. So because it's a slime thing, the acid slime, if it gets to half health, it will split in 2. We're not going to be able to do that, so what we'll do is just buff up as much as possible, or defense up. 10 defense, going to attack for 12. That's 2 damage, not a big problem. And now it's going to attack for 11. So I want to go for a survivor to get rid of that one, and I'll put a poison on it, and then I want to defense up a bit more. So there we go, and the poison's on there now, so I can sort of play a little bit turtle-like, although this character not particularly amazing for defense, or not necessarily anywhere. The great thing about the game is as you unlock cards and different relics, there's loads of different builds you can sort of go down, and that's what I didn't want to see. So it's basically split in 2, and now they're both attacking, which means I'm not going to be able to do a lot here. So I've put as much as defense on there as I can, although I don't know what the best thing is to do, because obviously that's 10 damage there. It's going to attack again, but only 7, so I might be able to kill this one outright. So can we kill it outright? We can kill it outright. It's still got a bit of health, but the poison will kill it, and the other one's just licking me, which is probably worse than attacking, actually, now that I think about it. There's 7 damage, and we've got some slime in here, so we'll go double defend and then an attack, and then end that turn. So it's going to attack for 7. Got 10 armor, no problem, that's blocked. But it's putting slimes into these decks. And here we go. So weak, slice, poison, slice. Just play the deck. We've got play our hand. We've got all of the energy possible. And there's another weakened there. Weakened deals 25% less damage. It doesn't matter at this stage. That's not what I wanted to play, but there we are. Anyway, so that's some gold, and Cloak and Dagger. Gains 6 block and add a shiv. Choke. Deal 12 damage. Whenever you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 3 HP. So you have to play that first, and we've only got 3 energy, so a 2 card is not something I want. And all-out attack. Deal 10 damage to all enemies. Discard 1 card at random. I think we'll go for Cloak and Dagger, and then over to the fire. And we can either rest, recall, which gives us a ruby key, which I think is something to do with Ascension, but I'm not particularly sure. Let's go over to Smithing, and we can choose a card to buff it up. So, for example, if we go for Slice, it deals 8 damage instead of 5, or Cloak and Dagger, gain 2 shivs. That's pretty good, actually. That's going to be an extra shivs, so it'll be an extra 4 damage on top of that. This one is Sucker Punch. 9 damage, 2 weak. Poison is okay. You know what? I think we're actually going to get this Survivor card up. So gain 11 block and then discard a card. And then proceed over to the enemies. And we've got, this guy. This is a looter. And they are horrible. And as you might imagine, they loot you. So I'm going to do some defense because I don't want to lose any health. So I won't lose health, but I will lose gold when it attacks. So give me our gold block, but it has taken 15 gold off me. It's going to attack again, so I will use Cloak and Dagger to get a shiv and then do a free slice and then defend and then do that again. So it's on half health. It's going to attack me again though to try and mug me, and it successfully does so. And now it's going to defense up, which means we've got this turn and the next to kill it. Because what's going to happen, it will defense up and then it will run away. Oh wait, it didn't because I've cut it in twain. Gold, stolen back, and then there we go. Noxious Fumes. Start your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. Prepare, draw 1 card and discard 1 card. Or Infinite Blades. It's very V for Vendetta, that, isn't it? Start your turn, add a shiv. I'm going to go for Noxious Gases. Because we had a big curry. Okay. Attacking us for 7. I'll get rid of Survivor and get rid of that card. So that's enough for us. And then Slice, Slice, and then that card there. And it's going to rake. What is this thing? This is a slaver. Well, we're not into that. And great. We might be able to weaken it. There we go. And poison. So it's going to do a bit of damage to us. See what happens. And 3 damage, I think. 3 damage. Yeah. We're slowly bleeding health. Can we kill it this turn? Yes, we can. 6, 12, 18. Bit more. Dodge. Yeah, sorted. And Shiv deal 3 additional damage. Good power, but we're not really a Shiv build. Glass Knife. Deal 8 damage twice. Increase the damage of this card by 2 this combat. That's pretty good. Dodge and roll. Gain 4 block next turn. Gain 4 block. Glass Knife, I think. And then over to a chest. And we pop the chest. We get gold. We can either get the Sapphire Key. That's not our run today. And we now have a Snecko Skull. Whenever you apply poison, you'd apply additional poison. Perfect for us. Let's go over to the campfire and we'll rest, and I think we will go for, what was I using the most of there really? We use Sucker Punch quite a lot. I mean, any card with like 0 cost I tend to upgrade, although we did use Cloak and Dagger quite a bit as well. Let's go for that. Let's go for that, an extra 2 shivs. So that was the one there. So where's the other way we can go? We can either go to our right, which will be an unknown, then a store, then 2 more rest areas. But we're missing out that elite boss and that elite boss. And you want elite bosses to get the relics. I think, like I say, we're going to stick to our chosen path and try and get as much as we can. You have a group of purple fire spirits dancing in a bonfire. I can offer a card to receive an award. A reward, rather. I don't particularly want to do this, but I don't really have a choice. I'm going to get rid of... there's nothing I really want rid of. Can I not do it? No, I don't know. We'll get rid of, say, one of those. Confirm. And disappointing does nothing. I think if you give it like an extra card that you've put in or ones that have been advanced, you get better bonuses there. Okay, we've got... This is the shop, so we can get... Die, die, die. 13 damage to all enemies. An Overwatch reference. Endless Agony, which is pretty good in-game, not in real life. 4 damage whenever you draw this card, add a copy it into your hand. So you just constantly like use it. And it's a 0 cost. We got reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1 this turn. Draw 3 cards and exhaust it, which is get rid of it until the end of combat. We've also got a spoon, so when cards which exhaust when played will instead discard 50% of the time. I don't like random things like that. And Lantern. Start each combat with additional 1. I'm going to go with Endless Agony and the Lantern, because we have enough money, and proceed. Go to the campfire. We will smith and say smith up Endless Agony, because it is a free card and stuff that will start to roll over to the left-hand side. I could have gone for the boss, but again, I'm trying to avoid that, and I think that might be my undoing here. Anyway, these are attacking for a lot, so that's a problem. Let's go with Survivor. We'll get rid of Strike. I'm going to go with this to attack something twice. That's going to be 16 damage, so we'll go for that one to kill it. Noxious Fumes to gain poison on enemies, and apply weak to one of these ones at the front, which is causing a decent amount of damage. So I'm still going to take a bit of damage here, which is not going to be great, but I think we'll be alright once we get to the... As long as I get to the end boss with 30 odd health, I should hopefully be able to manage it. Let's go with this to give us shivs. I'm going to shiv that little gremlin and then shiv it again. That should kill it in its turn. That one there. 3 poison, and I'm going to do that. And that should be all of them dead because of the poison. And there we go. Cool. So, gold, Essence of Steel, which is plated armor, gives you armor every turn. And choose a card. Expertise. Draw cards until you have 6 in the hand. Deal 9 damage, draw a card, discard a card, outmaneuver. Next turn, gain 2. I'm going to skip. There's none of those I really want. And sometimes it's better to not overinflate your deck. Over to this then, and... I mean... I do like the idea of that one, applying 3 poison at the start of your turn. And let's go for the first boss. So we have the Guardian, which has a mode shift, so you do a certain amount of damage to it and it will shift modes. As you can see at the moment, it is going to defend, so let's do... We'll apply weak to it. We'll do Endless Agony, Free Slice, and then Strike, and there you go, it's already mode shifted. Okay, so I'm just going to keep hitting it. I didn't even get through the armor, to be fair, once it's mode shifted. And now it's going to go to defensive mode and get some spines. Yeah, Sharp Hide. Every time we attack it, we gain damage back. So it's hitting me for 9. I'm going to go with Noxious Fumes, so it'll gain some stuff there. I could apply 3 weak. Yeah, let's apply that and make sure it doesn't hit me for a lot. I'm going to gain 5 block and another block, and that will do the job. I don't want to say I want to take damage where... I don't need to, although it would have only been 1. This is going to hurt a bit more. Let's do this, which is going to weaken it a little bit. 12 damage, but we took a bit back. Apply a bit of poison there. And do we want to get plated armor? I really don't know. Plated armor. I don't think we need it at this stage. Let's just do that. We're just going to take about 5 damage, I think. A bit more. Oh yeah, 5 damage, and now it's shifted back into this mode. So... it's going to 12 damage in total. Let's gain... Let's do that. So I've got 11. We'll get 2 shivs in our pocket. Keep attacking it. And there's some more damage. 16 damage until it transforms once again. But we're going to block all of the damage. There we go. And that's pretty good. And now it's going to try and defense up. So we'll apply poison and a weak. And yeah... I should have actually hit it. Slight error there. I should have actually put the poison on and done it in a slightly different way, but I don't think it much matters. And now it's going to attack me for 6, so I'll apply 5. I'm just going to have to belt it, and I just keep belting it. We should be alright. The advantage is that if you get through the every boss you fight at the end, once you get to the next level, you fully heal. So I'm not bothered about having to heal up here. This is going to be 12 damage, so we have to go for defense, and I have to... I don't have to attack it, but I am just going to keep attacking it as much as possible. It's suffering 27 damage a turn because of the poison. So this is where it's a bit naughty now, because it's going to attack us for basically all of our health. So we need to weaken it a little bit. Let's get a couple of shivs. This should be it dead. And yeah, end the turn, and then the poison. And that should be it. Not a bad run. So that was fairly optimal. No rests, because I do class resting in the rest areas as a waste of time. I know that sounds a bit dodgy because it's a rest site, but if you can use them to upgrade, then you know, it's okay. Admittedly, if you're going for a certain build that requires you to just go really hard and fast, take loads of damage, then rest, then, you know, you can do that. All of them are viable. Anyway, choose a card. We have Adrenaline. It is gain 1 card, draw 2, or gain 1 energy, draw 2 cards. Phantasmal Killer. Next turn, your attacks deal double damage and Nightmare. Choose a card the next turn, add 3 copies of that card into your hand and exhaust this. Adrenaline because it's free. I don't fancy the other ones. Open this big chest and we have Ring of the Serpent. Replaces Ring of the Snake, and at the start of the turn, draw additional card. Okay, so this is at the start of each combat, draw 2. This one each turn. We've got this Snecko Eye. We've already got the Skull. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. Start each turn confused. I don't like that. Whenever you draw a card, randomize its cost. And the Astrolabe, transform 3 cards and upgrade them. Transform is become a random card of any rarity, and then upgrade. I'm gonna go with that one actually. Let's do a bit of a gamble. Or does it say we can? No, we can select them. So I'm going to select the ones I'm not particularly bothered about being transformed. All 3 strike cards. And we've got Skewer. Ooh, there's a lot of cards there actually. Let's have a quick look. So we got... can we change it to obtained? Yes, we got Escape Plan. So they're all plus here. So Escape Plan is a draw card. If you draw a skill, gain 5 block. Sorry, it's free. Deadly Poison, 7 poison. That's Deadly Poison plus. And Skewer plus, which is deal 10 damage X times, so whatever energy you've got left. So not too bad. Okay, we are on to the City Act 2. Beverage food is getting cold. So I think this time we will try and fight a boss. There's one over there. We'll go... there's one over there as well. And I don't really want to enter a shop, because there's not really... We'll go here. Don't really want to enter a shop because there's not really any big point in that one. I haven't got a great amount of money. Here we go. We have one of my worst enemies. This thing, the softball, or whatever you want to call it. It's got 40 armor. I can't get through it. So let's go for draw a card. If it's a skill, we gain a block. It's not, it's a power. But at the start of the turn, they can gain poison. That's good. Let's gain that and draw some cards. Right, so let's do that. We'll apply weak, but it's got artifact which removes that. Keep slicing. Let's get some more shivs. Although if I use the shivs now, it's just going to remove it from there. But I can do 6, 12. No, I can only do 6. I can cause a bit of damage to it here. So 6, and then we've caused. We have managed to cause 2 points of damage. Yeah, I bet it's fairly scared. Okay, so 5 block, and Deadly Poison, but it won't happen because it's got that artifact, but we've removed all of the artifacts now, so that's alright. I bet it's going to do 2 times 10. There you go. Read it like a book. Right, okay. We could do 30 damage here. That's... Oh, we might be able to win. Yep, there we go. That was a fairly easy fight. So, add a card to the deck. Flying Knee, deal 11 damage next turn, gain that. See, I always tend to go for the cards that are already upgraded. Maybe that's not the right choice, but it's one we've gone for. Another plated armor thing here, and... Ooh, 10 damage. Alright. Endless Agony. Endless Agony. Start the turn, give it some... start the turn, give it some poison, and I'm going to block its stuff, so 30 damage. Wow, that's actually a really good opener. And that normally means that the game is about to punch us squarely in the face. Other body parts are available, you understand. Let's go for Escape Plan. Sucker Punch. Apply a weak onto it, yeah. Let's just defense up. We'll just turtle up a little bit. I'd rather not take a lot of damage. It's going to hit us for 3 damage, but also frail as well, which means 25% less block from cards. Well, as you can see, I've got nothing here to actually defend with, but there you go. So I'm going to take 7 damage. It's just taking 21 from poison. It's dead next turn anyways. Oh no, it's actually healed itself a little bit. It still matters not. Anyway, so more poison, more attack, more attack. Just play cards, it's dead, it's dead. It's already good, game over for it, and there we go. Lost a little bit of health, not really too much of a problem. Masterful Stab. Cost 1 additional energy for each time you lose HP this combat. Oh, so if you use it very early on, it's good. But it's not an innate card. You get innate cards which like start in the deck, but not. Cloak and Dagger we've got. I'm going to go with Deflect because it's just a free block. Let's go over here and... oh, we have the Centurion and the Mystic. So they heal and defend each other. So what I want to do is go with probably Adrenaline to, again, get more stuff here. Let's just try and kill the Mystic outright. It might be possible to do that. I don't want to really play Cloak and Dagger. Apply Poison, slice it, and hit damage twice. I'm going to have to go for Cloak and Dagger, which gives us that. So it's 1, then 2. And I can just play the cards anyway, just to get them out of the deck. And you can see that it is going to die next turn because of the poison, which is... although... it says... will that take it off the armour? I don't think it does, but we'll have to see. Anyway, we'll weaken that guy. We will go for extra block. And we'll go for Flying Knee and then a Sucker Punch. And the poison hopefully will kill it. Yes, it did. Okay, excellent. And hits me back for nothing at all. Escape plan. Ah, we can hit it for 40 damage if we need to. And it's got 50 left with 7 poison. Typical. So I could fling a fire push now to get this fight done with. Otherwise I'm going to take 18 damage. I can reduce it a little bit. I think I'm going to do that. Throw the potion and just get it killed. Didn't really want to burn that potion on it, but there you are. Blade Defense, add 2 shifts to the hand. Blur, gain 5 block. Block is not removed at the start of your next turn. Oh, not removed at the start of your next turn. That's good. Poison Stabbed, 6 damage, apply poison. I'm going to go with Poison Stab. And which way do you want to go? 1, 2 to the boss and then up and round. We've got to go there, double boss. But then not much... do you want a double boss? This is single boss. I think the right hand side's safer, but you know, you have to risk assess the whole thing. Sometimes, well, it's not better. A note for yourself. Spot loose brick within a pillar. Card inside, the heart awaits. Ah, take and give. Receive, defend, and store a card. That's block, which is from a different... that's from the defect. I'm going to ignore that. We're just going to move on over to here. And we've got a snake plant, which is going to attack us for 21 damage. Okay, we're going to gain some block. We're going to shiv it. Going to hit it again. Apply poison. Going to slice it. More defense. And we're going to get hit back. That's just the nature of the beast there. And blocked. No, it didn't block at all. And it's going to keep attacking us. Upon receiving attack damage, gains 3 block. Ah, that's not good. Right, we'll apply weak. It's going to get a bit blocked, but just keep attacking. They're all free cards. Actually, no, because I've just played the wrong card. I played the card that was X damage. So I've just taken 15 damage because I'm an idiot. Oh, well. Let's keep going. Flying Knee. Going to kill it this turn, but it should be dead next turn. So a misplay there. Not the end of the world, but maybe the end of the run towards the boss. Changes our options somewhat. Yeah. Ooh. This turn, your next card is played twice. That's good. End of the turn, return up to 1 card. Dagger Spray, Piercing. Oh, Piercing's pretty good. So do I want to go for the boss? I think I do. I think I do want to risk it. Oh, I made a mistake. It's the Book of Stabbing, which is not a good read. Okay, so it's going to attack us for a bit of damage. Let's gain escape. Well, escape plan first. Flying Knee. We're going to gain 6 block. Let's go for, again, extra free block. free damage, free shiv, free slice. And I don't want to take any damage. I'm going to do that. And then just attack it like that. There we go. So we've got enough damage to block it, because I believe if this hits you, you get a wound, I think. Okay, so we want to weaken it. Free damage. I mean, we can just play the full hand, because we're actually going to have some energy left, because there's a lot of free cards. So I think I need to start putting some better cards in. And there's the wounds that I mentioned. 15 damage. Adrenaline. Noxious Fumes. Survivor. Right. To then defend. To then 6 damage and 3 poison. Or just 5 poison. 5 poison. And there we go. And stab doesn't get through. This is a boss, remember, so it's going to be tough. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so it's going to attack us for 24 damage. Drink that potion. Get rid of that. And it's then going to be played twice to get rid of that, which means we've got enough to block it. And then it's also going to lose some strength, which means it's going to do pretty much nothing. 0. Yes, pretty much nothing. Yeah. And we're still applying poison. 21 damage now. But can I kill it? Well, there's a weak. Flying Knee would do 11 damage. Yeah, we can kill it. There we go. End the turn. And there's the poison. Good. Tiny chest. Every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. We have glass knife, sucker punch again, and prepared. Sucker punch over to the here, and this is where it's getting a bit naughty, because we've got a boss. Okay, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna smith. I probably shouldn't, but that's what's happening here. I think I'm gonna put probably. What's the difference in that then? Oh, you gain 2 energy if you use adrenaline. That's pretty good. Piercing, whale. All enemies lose 8 strength. Poison stab. That's a bit better. There we go. Proceed. Standard fight. Hate these guys. Cultist and Chosen. Bit of damage at the back there. Let's get some block. Slice, slice, slice. Lose your strength, which means it's going to attack me for nothing. Felt that a couple of times, and then there you go. I don't know whether it's best to take out the cultist or the Chosen first. I really don't know. I have a feeling probably the guy at the front. Well, he's going to attack me for. He's going to attack me for 6. I can block 4 of it, and I'm just going to keep attacking at the back there. And. Block it. I'm going to block the whole thing anyway. Not really hopeful for my next draw, though. I don't think there'll be much defense in it. Suffer. What they're going to put on. Hex, is it? Yeah, Hex. Whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle Dazed into the deck. That's going to be 9 now. We're going to attack him for that. We'll give him weak. We will block, which means I'm going to get Dazed. We'll only take a point of damage. That's fine. That guy can just get absolutely belted there. Still put weak on him, but he's not attacking. And I'm going to get weakened, yeah, and now he's gone up strength, and now 15 damage and 12 damage. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So, what we're going to do? Well, do I want plated armor? Don't really want to drink that now. Let's go. Endless Agony. We can get this guy dead, I think. 13. I can kill him via poison. Sadly, I'm still going to take 12 points of damage. So we are going to have a rest. Which is something I didn't want to do, but I mean, first rest of the run. It's not too problematic. So we're going to get ourselves a bit of adrenaline there. And all the days cards are out. This might be the end of the run shortly. Yeah, 12 damage. What's he going to do next? 18 damage. Okay, I think that's the end of that. We're going to have to drink that to get plated armor. So, end of the turn, gain 4 block. We'll apply poison. We'll gain 5 block ourselves. But because of this hex that I've got on me, I think that's it. We can survive this attack, but only just. Can we cause 28 points of damage before the end of this turn? We might be able to cause it, actually. Yes, we can. Okay, so we have managed to scrape through skin of our teeth. Deflect plus, yes. And we should be okay now. Open the chest, get gold. Bag of preparation. Draw 2 additional cards. We're drawing 4 additional cards at the start. Over to the cellar here. And what have we got? Bandage up. Heal 4 HP. Cost 0. When adding cards to your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2. Or instead. Okay. The aura. Pick up, choose, and add 5 cards to your deck. Okay. None of these around here I want. I don't want to remove a card. I don't want to spend it on potions. Bandage up. And I'm going to get that. So add a card to our deck. Endless Agony. Poison Stab plus. Quick Slash plus. Backstab, which is an 8. And dagger. So that's probably overfilled my deck, and we're still only on 3 health. I think that's the end of the. That's pretty much the end of the game. I think we can heal 4. Get in. So the question is, backstab that guy, and oh, we can actually kill it. This turn. But let's be a bit clever about it. Piercing Will, which will apply negatives on them, but it's removed. That's fine, because I'm trying to get this guy's defense down. This is where we have to really start boxing clever now. And what's the best way of doing it? Deal 8 damage twice. Decrease the damage of this card. No. Just skewer him. There we go. It's one guy off the table. I've still only got 7 health. I'm not hopeful. Oh, nah. Not happening. Not happening. I mean, we can defend. Let's Adrenaline anyway. Gain 1. Endless Agony to double attack. We can block that guy and do a bit of weak, which is not going to remove anything off him because he's got this artifact. And might as well just defense up. But the problem is, there's eventually this thing will do a couple, like nearly 20 damage. I might be dead on 20. Yeah, there's the 20 damage. And I don't think you can do anything. Can't do that. Yeah, not getting through now. That's game over unless I can do a massive amount of poison, which is not going to happen. And that's going to be the end of that. Although he is down to 9, but we are down to minus. Desecrated, not like this. There's the end of the combat. We got some experience. Score 236, but we didn't win. Floors climbed 28. Enemy slain 13. Extraordinary elites killed none. City elites killed 1. That was the end of the first one, and then bosses slain 1. We tried to do a run where we just go through and, well, not heal. A couple of mistakes upon the run. Overall, quite a sedate run, actually. And managed to upgrade some cards. I just think that on reflection, the card economy wasn't good. Too many zeros, not enough really powerful cards, certainly not any rare ones. And also, no relics. Even towards the back end of the first level, we were very few and far between on the relics. Oh well, either way, learning experience, and yeah, you could just jump back in and go back on it. And I think that's something we will do. Not now, but certainly in the future. I'll have a look at that. The future might be in 10 minutes time, but there you are. Either way, not on this video. I think we will leave it there. That's been a bit of Slay the Spire. Don't know how interesting that was to you. As I said, it's a game I've been playing a lot as of late, so playing and enjoying is pretty much what we do around here, so there's no reason not to sort of show something off for that reason. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to see more, let me know. If you have seen anything that I could have done different, then by all means, I'm sure you're going to let me know. if you want to see more, then yeah, like I said, let us know what type of character, any tips, suggestions, then put them in the comments there. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.